We have Oliveira versus Wisely. The sequence is going to start with a beautiful leg entanglement here by Oliveira. So if we go back, we can see that the opponent will attempt a omoplata-like movement here, and Oliveira wisely so jumps into the leg entanglement. So notice how the ankle and foot is controlled by his shoulder, and the knee line will be controlled by his hips, and the opponent's hip line will be controlled by the connection of his knee and his heel. As he lands on the mat, all of that is exposed and under control. And from here, he's going to try to expose the heel, and he does get a bite, but the opponent is being able to create distance and clear that knee line as he is going to spin. So as we can see here, the knee line is still under control, but the heel line is not caught anymore. So that allows him to free up, and Oliveira actually bails onto the grip, which was a wise decision, so he can continue the follow-up and attacks. And he tries to go again for it as the opponent spins, but notice how now he loses control over the opponent's hip, and that forces him to try to go to kind of like a knee bar. And as he's attempting to go to the knee bar now, and we can notice that because of the grip, it's no longer a hooking grip, but a pulling grip, where he would look to hyperextend the knee, but the knee is now free. So he lost control over the hips, which allowed the knee to be free. And now, as the knee line is free, he is going to switch up to a calf slicer. So at this moment, notice how if we go back frame by frame here, he purposefully clears his own knee line, and as that happens, notice how the shin is going to drop and trap behind the knee, and he's going to finish locking this up in a triangle. And as he does so, he now needs to pull the opponent's hips into him, which will hyperextend the opponent's hips and put the knee in a deep flexed position with something in between the hamstring and the calf, which will put tremendous pressure onto that knee joint and just awfully painful, as we're going to notice here onto the opponent's face. So notice how that hyperextension is happening, and the opponent is forced to tap out. So beautiful finish by Charles. And let's continue on to the next one. So next one will be Oliveira and Brookins back in also 2012, but in June rather, 5 months after. So Charles starts caught into a guillotine. Notice how he's applying forward pressure, so he relieves pressure from the neck by sharing weight with the opponent via his shoulder onto the opponent's chest. Then hand fighting with his hand, of course, to make sure he frees up. As he does so, the opponent tries to wrestle back up. So again, instead of a regular sport jiu-jitsu match, the opponent, as looking to regain some sort of leverage and inside control, looks to stand back up to his feet.